Okay, we're doing classwork 5. In work problem number 1, Aaron and Pam are saving money to buy a car, and Eric is going to start with $750 because it is already saved. In addition to that $750, he wants to also save $30 a week. This word problem is set up for what I call slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. That means one of the numbers you see in the sentence will be m, one will be b. M is always the number next to a, per, or each. And in this sentence, I see 30 next to a. Therefore, 30 will be m. So I write it in the m spot. Because m, x, plus b tells me m goes next to x. Now, since 750 is in the same sentence, and, remember and, not just because it's in the same sentence, but and it says additional to the 30 a week. I have to add 750 to 30 a week. So I don't want you to think that every time you see it in the same sentence, it goes together. 90% of the time it will. And in this problem it does, but not 100% of the time. So be very careful. I'll show you later where it may be in the same sentence, but it will not go in the same equation. Pam has $1,200 already saved and will save an additional $20 a week. Remember those key words, per, a, and each. Which number do you see next to a, per, or each? That would be 20. So that is my m. And additional to that, we want 1,200. And now I have completed writing 2 equations to work this word problem.
Here we go.
X in this problem usually means what you're going to put into the problem so that out comes the Y. Well, in this equation, I want to put how many weeks into the problem so that I can finally find out how much was saved. So, S represents the total amount saved, W represents the weeks. And I know you guys are saying, well, how did you know to put the W next to this box and the S at the end? Well, remember, Y will always be your total. Y will always be your total. So, this problem is talking about how much is going to be saved. We're saving money. That's how I knew to put this here. Now, how did I know to put the W next to this box? Well, it's a play on numbers and words. It's like a little pattern. It says 30 a week. If that is my slope, then I know 30 a week. 30 is next to the letter. So 30 a week. Mx plus t, that's m, and goes next to W because it's 30 a week. We add the 750. Now, I know some of you saying, well, you said next to the letter, so can I put it next to S? No. Remember, this is still in the form, y equals mx plus b. So this would be the m spot, therefore 30 goes there. And remember, if 30 represents how much you're going to do a week, this kind of looks like 30 a week plus 750 already saved. So now we put in the 20, and now we put in the 1,200. solve this by hand in class next week, but for now we are using our Inspires in class. So, if you're given the screen, you know to press escape. And now we're going to go to new document, which is number 1, and we do not want to save. Alright, we need to add a calculator, and now we need to do some action. An action needs to happen. So our action button is menu. We press menu, and we are in algebra right now. Where do we go from there? Of course, systems. Now, we have 2 equations, but we're not using x and y anymore. So, we need to change those. Instead of x, I'm going to put w, because x was replaced by w. So, delete w. Please keep the y, the comma between the w and the, not the y, but the s. The s. So now we press OK. And again, that was x, that was y. I replaced x with w. I replaced y with s. Now you get this command, and this is what you want to see. We type in the equations with the equal signs using the new letters. W plus 750. Enter. It says the first number is 45, the second number is 2100, but we know that the first number represents W. Even though they start in 2 different spots, they will both save $2,100 in 45 weeks. So the question says, how many weeks will it take Eric and Pam to save the same amount? The answer would be 45. I will continue a few more examples on another video. Till then, bye.
All there is to it.
We will do 6 and 7 on another video. Let's start with 8. I love these. They're very, very easy. We are no longer in slope-intercept form. We're still talking about linear equations, but we are in standard form. The number is 4 because it says 4 notebooks. 4 notebooks. 3 packages of pens. Costs $7.49. 5 notebooks and 2 packages of pens cost $7.03. You're done setting it up. I like this way. These are the easy ones. Some of you were wondering, Miss, how do I love that name, Miss. I have so adapted to it. Okay, that's it. Menu 3-2. We're still putting it in the calculator. We will solve it by hand in a couple of classes. So don't stress. We will learn how to do it by hand. But it's the same thing, and some of you were wondering, how do I put this in the calculator? Do I put the equal sign first? Do I move the equal sign over? No, we do not. We put it in just the way we see it. I've noticed some of you clear out the variables and make a mistake. What did I do wrong? Yes, there must be a comma. It looks exactly the way it should. I put my decimal. It's very important that you do not leave it X and Y, because if you notice in my answer choices, I see 89 and I see 129. How will I know what the answer for the question is? Well, the last part of this question says, what is the cost of one notebook? Since N came first, this first number is N, therefore A is the answer. Okay, number 13. I've already read this problem. We did in class, but let's just go back over it. We have senior class. They do a car wash. We're raising funds for the senior prom. How fun. We will charge $3 to wash the cars. So that is $3 to wash the cars. $5 to wash the truck. $5 to wash the truck. Now, if we charge that much, how much will we earn? $275. So, what does this mean? I do not know how many trucks are washed. I don't know how many cars are washed. But I know I charge $3 for the cars and $5 for the trucks. So that's how you set up the first equation, which is what we've been doing. And if you look back at the previous video, I went into a lot of detail as to how I put this together. So if you need to see more, please go to the previous video for more detail on that. Count the items. You know, I should have used the word vehicles. If you count the vehicles, we had so many cars. Not sure what they are, because remember, we don't know. We don't know. So many cars, so many trucks. But I do know we washed a total of 75 of them. Therefore, my cars plus my trucks will equal 75. The second equation is harder, because you are counting let's change that to vehicles. Therefore, the cars plus the trucks will equal 75 vehicles. Again, this equation here is harder to find.
Now here we go. It's a brand new making of a do-si-do. Just stop your feet and clap your hands.